my favorite scenes of Steven is this entire episode, but also when he is under arrest and he's just sitting and he looks like he's been in the interrogation room for like too long. He really has that weathered, I'm done with this look, and it's so real. He feels like he's been tortured, and not that they literally tortured him, but just the way they're treating him. You could just see he's like, everything's running through his head for how bad he's feeling right now. And then when he also confronts Hacker Girl, who in this scene where he's just supposed to spill his guts to her because he's been arrested. This whole ploy to get information out of him. And he just lays it out like, hey, look, I know that you have a wire on you and that this is all a gag. And she's like, what? What are you talking about? Of course I don't. Of course I wouldn't. And he's like, don't play with me. I've known for a while. And basically in this scene shuts them down, saying like, this is entrapment, but also in addition to that, you don't have anything. Like, nothing that I've gotten is going to be available to you as evidence. Even what I went and did for you directly, there's no footage of it. The files I gave you are designed to not exist after a certain time. So you have nothing. And the worst part about it is, even though he has won this battle, you see just the heartbreak through his tough speech. And I thought, see, like, this this is the Steven that I know. Like, this is a great, sort of almost underplayed performance with all this weight going on beneath it. You know what I mean? I'm like, that's my guy right there. So, I'm just so proud of Steven, first of all, for making it to the title sequence. And, he's got a beautiful family. I've met his wife and his kids, and, obviously I'm happy for him in that regard. But just as, two people who met over a decade ago across doing two projects together, one where I was the editor and didn't meet him directly, but then got to work with him. I was lucky to have him in my short. To see him go from all these bit parts to now this big role, and even though it's not as big as I want, I'm sitting there telling him, dude, you're not enough of this show. And then season two, okay, now you're in a good amount of the show. You know what I mean? But to see, for me, I'm happy because now the audience gets to see what Steven's capable of. He's more than just the tech guy. He can really deliver a solid performance. And it was just one of those moments where I'm like, I felt for both the character as well as my buddy. It's one of those, like, this is, now you've crossed the line that I was waiting for, which is like, yes, I'm proud that you're on the show. Now I'm proud for you that you got to actually show people what you can do, because he can do so much more than that. But the fact of the matter is, like, he got a great arc, and it's just that perfectly underplayed. He's being ripped up on the inside with every single line he has to say. I'm like, yes, this is what Steven can do.